little more love. Olivia Newton-John. This is a CVT Guitar Lesson for Terry. Terry, this is your first one. Had a good talk with you, man, via email about what you were looking to do with these songs, man. It's really cool, playing them for mom. It was for mom, right? I believe so. But anyways, really cool, man. I like all styles of music, and this just diversifies this channel. So you had mentioned, think simple. So I did simplify some parts in here. There might be a few challenging parts on some arpeggio chords that are coming in, but it shouldn't be nothing too bad. And the beginning here is just power chords we're using. So, and you can do this on acoustic. I know that you had mentioned you play acoustic a lot, so no big deal. So tuning is standard, okay? A440 is another term for that. And section 1 in your tabs comes in at 1 second in. I have the uploader's name for the video, so everything's time stamped for you. Power chords, another word for power chords is a fifth chord. So if you see a G5, that's just a G power chord. If you see a B flat 5, that's just a B flat power chord. But I put several of these chord names for you. So 3rd fret on the low E, 5th fret on the A, and you got to start with your index, but you can use 4th finger for that, or 3rd finger, it doesn't matter. And we're going to hit just those 2 strings. I like to keep the angle on my finger here, going down. We're going to hit those 2 strings at the same time, and then just karate chop, rest it, watch. Deaden it. And then we're going to hit it again and transition into the B flat 5, which is 1st fret A, 3rd fret D. Power chord will always be skipping a string, and it's we're skipping a fret, and it's on 2 strings. Then rest. So you'll see your line in your tabs with the X is for your rest. 1, 1, 2, another rest, and then hit that again and move it up to 3rd and 5th fret. Same string, A and D. Rest, and then play it backwards. 3rd and 5th fret to 1st and 3rd fret. Rest, and then hit the 1st and 3rd again. In transition, you're going to see double dots in your tabs. In music, that means to repeat. So we're going to go back to the beginning, which is our G chord. But we got to hit this one more time. So your pauses, Terry, you got to make sure that you're not running into this problem. To start it back over, going. And I haven't heard you play yet. The more CVTs you do and the more we talk, I'll kind of know where you're at. So that goes twice, that whole part. Once is this. Alright, and then section 2 comes in at 10 seconds in, and it's just kind of an extended play off of section 1, beat wise and power chord wise. They're just some different power chords. Start it over basically. Right there, till you get to the C power chord, 3rd and 5th fret A and D. Then hit it again and transition to a G sharp 5, which is 4E and 6A. It'll go. You kind of don't expect that chord there, so we have. And then hit it again, and then go to 5th fret A, 7th fret D. And that's a D power chord. Rest, and then hit it again and move it back a whole step. That means 2 frets backwards or flat. Let it ring, hit it again, and then come back to the 5-7. Rest, and then hit it again, move over to 3-5. Let it ring, go to 4-6. So in context, check it out. This will be, let's take it from the beginning. I want you to hear it rhythmically. Section 2. 2 times of all that. 2nd time no star. That's the last chord that we played. Instead of that, go 5A, 7D. So as we're wrapping up the ending, we're going. That takes us into section 3, 30 seconds in. Now, Terry, this might be a little tricky, okay? I'll make sure on your next CVT that I'm starting after this that I maybe simplify even more. But 11B with your pinky, I simplified this picking progression. It's a hold, so leave that there. 1st finger 8G, and that'll get you through the first part. It goes. We'll go B G G B G B G. Okay, so I would go down, down, up with your pick direction because it's faster instead of having to go. Okay, technically you can do 2 downs there, but there's a little difference in the feel when you do that. So B, G, G, B, G, B, G. Then check it out. Do that again, but we're gonna bar. That means we're gonna take our index and lay it flat over all the last 3 strings on fret 8. Keep the pinky like right there in the 11B. Don't let it angle. That knuckle is key. Try to come down on the tip of it. Lower your thumb. That allows you to stretch and get the angles that you need. Now we're gonna go, it's very similar though to the last one. You'll go B, G, G, or let's see, hold on here. B, G, G, B, G, E, B. Okay, so that's the second one. Let me play them both. I want you to hear this in context. Our beats are the same. Now, keep everything there, but take your 3rd finger, go to the 10th fret on string 1, the high E. Remember, these angles stay on the tips of the fingers. And this one is going to go same thing as the last one. B, G, G, B, G, E, B. So we're kind of just altering the ending of these. We have and then the pick progression kind of changes a little here. Kind of had to, you can hear a lot more going on with it. I think it's this next one. 1st finger 8 on the G, pinky 11B, maybe not, maybe this is still similar to, yeah, we're still okay here, Terry. 8G 1st finger, 11B with your pinky, and 11 high E with your pinky. That means we have to bar it, lay it flat, lower that thumb, remember. It's the heavy metal symbol, right? So. Now we're gonna go B, G, G, let's see, B, G, G, B, E, let's see. A little different rhythm. B, G, G, let's see. Yeah, B, G, G, B, E, B. Your pick directions are on your tabs, but you can change them. You don't have to follow them as long as you're landing it rhythmically right. So now it changes up. We're gonna go 3rd finger. This is a tough chord. 3D, 3rd finger. 10G, middle finger. 11B with the pinky, and 1st finger 8th fret on the high E. Lower the thumb. That's the trick to this. We have go D, G, B, G, D, E, B, G, B. If that's too hard, Terry, you can kind of stick around, maybe play the top notes and keep the same rhythm. You can always simplify stuff. And you know, we'll see how you do with this. I have a feeling that's going to be a little bit tricky. 11th fret off the D string. You're already there with your 3rd finger. Pick and slide to the 14th fret. And you go middle finger, 13G, pinky 14B. It's a hold, so we're going to leave those down just like we did all the others. Once you slide there, go 14B, 13G, and then 4 times of D, B, and G. Sounds like this. And once again, don't get too caught up on the picking. If you want to down pick all that. Okay, then hopefully this simplifies a little bit for you. 4 on the A, 6th fret on the D and G. I like to bar that. Okay, with my index I like to mute string 6 in case I accidentally hit it. Hit all 3, quick rest, move it up a whole step sharp. That means 2 frets to 6, 8, 8. That leads us into section 4A, 46 seconds in. This is the chorus. second. I'm gonna check something out here. So 4, 6, 6. I would go first, third, and fourth, but you can still bar that if you want. Strum those 3, and then check this out. Remove the pinky, go to middle finger 5D, keep those 2 fingers right where they're at. And that one rings, there's no X on the line. The first one does have an X, that means you're actually stopping the notes from ringing. Okay? And then go right back to that 6th fret on the D, strum them twice. So. And then some jazz chords, R&B. Middle finger 7A. And then pinky 8 on the D. I think it's set up nicely this way finger-wise. And 6th fret on the G for his finger. And then our beat. Yeah. Or C. Abstract chords, huh? 1, 2, and they're really staccato, just tight breaks, watch. And then the next one, let it ring. So 1, 2, 3, and then 7A, barred 6th fret on the D and G. Rest, and then right back to 7, 8, and 6, A, D, and G. So it's, I missed it. They're just different chords. You won't find chords like this in metal and stuff. Very, very seldom. You'll do that twice. So, 2 times of that. Section 4B, 55 seconds in. Some really nice progression here. We're going to go 4E, 6A, and 6D. Strum those, let them ring. And then go 4, 6, 5. So you only got to move 1 finger. Okay, 4E, 4A, and 3D. I would use 3rd, 4th, and middle. There's a reason for that. Strum those. And then no middle finger. Instead go 1st finger, 2nd fret D. Keep these in place. So it's really cool because your melody line's going. And that starts back over for the first 2. And then 1A, 2D, 1G, 2B. It's a tough chord. Diminished. And maybe check then, this might be a new chord for you. Do an arpeggio, or in other words, just pick those 4 strings and make sure you can hear all of them. Okay, you'll go. So. First time it rings, right? Second time, rest, rest, rest. Okay, so our outline is. Alright, top of page, top of page 3. Section 5, and then the rest is going to be repeats. You'll have the whole song. Some good news for you. It's going to be power chords, most of these. 1A, 3D. Let me play the section so you can hear it in rhythm. Let's see. Yeah, it goes. And then you'll go. Alright, so 1A, 3D, hit those 2 strings together, then go 3A, 6D, so go index and pinky. We're going to close the gap in a second. It'll end up going 3, 6 to 4, 6. So just try those 3, go. get used to that beat. And then hit that again, and then move it to 6th fret and 8th fret. And then we're going to go backwards with it. Hit that and go back to 4th fret. And then go back to the 1st and 3rd fret once. 3 and 6 to 4, 6. Then 2nd and 4th fret once. Then twice. Then move it up a string, 2E and 4A. Strum those and then drop it back right back down to 2-4 on the AD. Sounds like this. Again. So it's twice. Let me play that section one more time for you, a little bit slower. And then you'll go. Everything else is repeats. So I'm going to say this will be more of your challenge song.